Have you ever wondered how the servant with the 5 talents would have felt? If you don't know the story, there's a story in the New Testament that talks about a master who goes on a journey. And when he goes on that journey, he gives servants talents according to their ability to manage those talents. So to one servant he gives 5, to another he gives 2, and to another he gives 1. And while he's away, the servant with the 5 doubles it, so he now has 10. The servant with the 2 doubles it, and now he has 4. And the servant with the 1, he buried it. And when the master returned, he basically tells the master that he basically blamed the master as to why he buried it. And eventually the master says to him, basically calls him a bad servant, and takes the 1 talent away from him and give it to the one with the 10. So now the one with the 10 has 11 talents. And this morning I considered to myself, I wonder how the servant with 5 would have felt to have gone from not having any to now having 5, to then doubling it and building his capacity. And then as he is managing 10, he now has an additional 1 that comes unexpectedly. And so he now goes from managing 0 to managing 11. And I had a real moment with how I thought he would feel as I reflected on my journey over the last 3 years since God called me out of corporate and led me into writing books, starting a business, storing my friendships better, storing my family relationships better, and storing myself better in so many different ways. And I think of it in the aspect of what Darius Daniels like to call the backside of the blessing, which is we get the things that we pray for, but we never think about the downside, what things people may consider the downside of getting those blessings, what they come with. And for me, I had a real moment when I realized, I'm grateful and I am elated and I'm over the moon. And I'm excited about all of these blessings and all of these talents and all of these things that God has chosen to trust me with, to allow me, to partner with me to steward. And at the same time, there are seasons when I get frustrated and sometimes I get angry, and I'll feel overwhelmed, and sometimes I'll just feel plain out tired and I'll feel alone, right? And in conversation with a friend of mine, he reminded me of something. He said to me, more God's trust in your stewardship is also equivalent to his trust that you will rely on him more. You are not alone because he has given you more, because he can trust you with the more, and trust that you will lean into him even more to actually be able to steward it better. And so, my dear pink flamingo friend, as people who are getting out of that place of feeling like you have to be in control, my reminder to you is that the more you release to God is the more he'll trust you with, and the more he expects you to rely on him. So today, do not think about the fact that you have moved from 0 to 5, and then because you have managed so well, it has now doubled to 10. And then because you have proven that you are a good steward, you have now gotten an additional 1. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the backside of the blessing, but be honest with God and say, God, I need you. You have partner with him to actually steward over what he has given to you. He's waiting for the I need you. So do it today, my dear flamingo friend.